Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another one of our vendor spotlight sessions with the Holistic Harmony Wellness Show for our fall pop-up. And I'm joined by Laura and Chris today. I am Tara Joy. I am one of the show co-hosts, and I am an energy intuitive that does mediumship readings, intuitive readings, and also energy healing. And Laura, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Laura Maybe. I own the Jubilant Journal. My purpose is to help women raise their vibration to achieve joy. So I do that through mindful practice, Reiki and energy healing, journaling, exercises, and also I am co-hosting the show alongside Tara Joy. So excited, and we're really happy to have Chris with us today. Yay!
Yes.
Hello, welcome, Chris.
Happy to be here.
Yes, welcome, Chris from Earthen Mystics. And I'd love to know a little bit about your business background. And before we started recording, you were saying how your hobby kind of became a small business. I feel all of us here today guilty of that.
Yeah.
So let us know a little bit about the background and how you got into this.
Well, it all kind of started when I used to work at a little bohemian boutique. I always call it a hippie store. It's incense, harem pants, and of course, crystals. Excuse me. So while I was working there, I had to learn a lot about the crystals that we were selling. And also they're just beautiful and they come from the earth itself. Um, so I would start collecting some myself, eventually gathering a bit larger collection. And I was working in construction during COVID, and I was like, I'm a theater kid. I have always been very artistic, and I found at this point in my life I was not. So I started to be like, oh, what can I do? I know I'm very good with my hands. I in classes I always liked to sculpt. I wasn't very much of a drawer or a sculptor. Um, oh, sorry, a painter. I was more a sculptor.
Mhm.
So so that kind of where it started, and then it just kind of started snowballing. Like I was getting the materials I could afford, and then I wanted to expand. I wanted to get nicer. I wanted to get bigger. So it's also kind of why I started it, so I can create funds so that I can expand my artistic choices,
Mhm.
like screen printing, getting into fine metal, like the actually doing a lot more soldering and silver work.
Mhm.
Um, and I want to eventually develop my own kind of clothing.
Ooh, love
Uh,
that.
Yeah.
but right now, I'm quite happy slinging stone around. It's fa absolutely fascinating watching all these beautiful crystals, how they come out of this earth, and it's almost a way to I find a way to celebrate Mother Earth and her creations.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. Sorry, Tara Joy, you were going to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say I love that, and I totally agree. I'm fascinated. I'm also a small crystal addict, and there's at least 200 in the room I'm sitting in right now. Not like exaggerating. Um, and like I'm fascinated by how they just come out of the earth, right? They're just made. Um,
100%.
yeah, and then I've similarly worked through a crystal shop and so it started learning the properties, being able to interact with their energy and getting to know the different vibes of them. So yeah, I also love working with them. Um, so it's hard. Like I'm also a creative. Like I do graphic design work and I'm also an artist. So I know how hard it is to put like creativity and what you do into words. But I'm wondering about your creative process when you like put a necklace together or a jewelry item or even like a piece of clothing and screen print that you make. how do the ideas come about, and then what your process is to like choose the gems, and if there's any intention that you put into them.
Of course. That's a loaded question. So the so like we'll start with select like kind of what my process is.
Mhm.
Um, so I started with just like having a collection, so I would be occasionally going out and buying crystals through on the internet or through friends, or I go to local shops as well. Like I love going to Earth Goddess and picking through their
Yes.
little tumbles and being and they also have a fantastic beads and some stuff that they didn't feel like selling, so they're just like small little pendants and all that. So I
Mhm.
love going to visit them. Um, and then just from there, I go to when I feel inspired, I open up all my jewelry stuff and be like, okay, what am I going to make? And I go to whichever draws me.
Mm.
Um, and that's more when I sit down and do the intentional is like, okay, I want to make something. I sit myself down, but then there have been times where I know what my collection is in my head, and I'm just thinking about it, daydreaming, thinking about cool things to do, and eventually it just dawns on me as like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try this design, and I follow a lot of makers online through YouTube and on Instagram just to see their creative process and how what they're putting out and see if that inspires me. Or there have been a few stones where I've seen and I was like, I need you to come with me. I feel that energy.
You are not
Um,
staying here. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're coming home with me.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
So that's honest. I love also it also funds a little bit of a shopping addiction.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
when you have to spend all the money for all of these little things, you're like, oh, I'm only spending $4 here, $4 here, and then it's 500 things later. You're
Totally.
like, oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah. And you're
It's
like,
so
it's a
funny
business
too.
expense, right? Or it's a
Yeah,
business expense.
exactly. I find anybody who has any type of interest in stones and crystals, it's either all or nothing. Like there's not very many people who just have a couple. It's like you are in or not.
Yeah,
And we all have
100%.
like huge collections.
And that's part of the
I'm
reason why I have the shop so I can have crystals, these beautiful crystals
true.
in my home,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then they eventually find a new home, and it's just a transient place. So
Just,
the
mm,
energy is always being
totally.
cycled through.
Yeah,
You're
you
like
still get to
the
that's the best of both worlds, really. You get to enjoy them while you have them until they're ready for a new home. So, yeah,
Exactly.
no, that's a great way of putting it. I
yeah.
love that.
I was gonna say
Um,
you're the Crystal Foster.
yeah.
Go ahead, Laura.
I am too. I'm curious to know, can you tell us a little bit about how you care for your crystals and how you clear your crystals? This is something I struggle with because I'm always worried that I'm not pairing my crystals properly or I'm not clearing them properly. So, I think I feel like I have the basics under control, but I'm just curious to hear what your process is for that.
Well, excuse me. So caring for your crystals, there's a few crystals, like the harder crystals, most quartzes, like you can wash by hand. Like I know when I get my shipments in, I take the time to actually hand wash them.
Mhm.
But with ones that are more delicate and sensitive to water, I would not, like malachite or fluorite. Those you should not be getting wet unless they've been polished, and that polish kind of seals their surface.
Mhm.
Um, but then clearing your crystals, you can also put them in the moonlight, the full moon. The full moon is known to recharge them. And then the next one's going to be my favorite. It's using kyanite or selenite
Hmm.
to recharge and replenish because they're divine crystals. They're connected to the divine, so they don't take on the negative.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and I always keep like a piece of yeah, so it's celestial. So I keep kyanite in my oracle decks and my runes, my rune sets because
Mm,
it just keeps them clean. It keeps the negative energy away, and also kyanite is just a beautiful crystal on its own.
I love that. That's excellent. I also have selenite everywhere. I use selenite often, especially with energy healing,
Mhm.
and use it as well to clear my crystals. Um, Before we came on the recording, I was asking about charging in the moonlight because that's one of the things that I'm always like nervous about. I don't know why. It's just like seems like such a powerful energy that I'm just like, is this okay to put this crystal in the moon or not? But are there any crystals that you would steer clear of doing like the traditional cleaning or clearing?
Um, no,
No.
like putting any crystal looks nice in the moonlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not going to harm them. Like there are some crystals that are like if you had a beautiful colorful fluorite and then you left it in the direct sun, the
Mm,
colors have been known to be bleached from the sun by that. But
right, right. Yeah, something to watch for.
yeah,
Mhm.
you can put it in the moonlight all you want.
Okay,
And
good
a
to
little
know.
Yay!
yeah, all you want.
Amazing. So since you've been working with crystals, have you developed any favorites? Like you sort of already talked about selenite and kyanite because of the nature that they are kind of like always clearing themselves, I guess is a good way to describe it. Are there any other favorites of yours?
Fluorite, I always love working with fluorite because it's so I can drill it and make it custom. Like any of the ice, like I have made a few gems of my own, not gems, they're what we call cabochons. So
Mhm,
it's just a larger stone that's been polished, and it's usually at the end of a necklace or something. For pendants. Um, I've made a few of those cutting from hematite, which was a lot of fun to working on that. Got really dirty, but they came out really beautiful. So I have a few chunks of hematite laying around for me to process further, which I'm
mhm,
excited, which I like to work with. I found a lot of pyrite when I was
Mhm.
at one of my previous jobs, so I have a huge collection of that that I like to work with, and that's those were the ones that kind of really got me started experimenting. Um, and I've also been really enjoying making malas. Um,
mm,
Malas are 108 beads, and it's from the yogi traditions where it's or no, I don't even think I think it might be Buddhist.
mhm.
I don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
it is used as a way for like rosaries are you
Mhm.
count them in prayer or helps you focus on your breath and I've because I've been hand staining my own beads as well as purchasing sandalwood and gemstones. I just finished a full gemstone custom graduation gift,
Ooh.
which has
Ooh.
been such a pleasure to work on. We're just looking for the right
Mm,
Right.
tassel or prayer bead or guru bead. That would be 100, technically the 109th bead, but it's usually something of like of your guru or just I end up using crystals.
mhm,
So
I
yeah.
love that.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's awesome. It definitely takes creative energy to work on projects like that, for
Yes.
sure. And I love such a beautiful outlet too, something that you're obviously passionate about. So good for you. That's awesome. So in addition to the crystals at the show, you'll have a tarot reader with you at your table. Is that right? Do you want to
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So that's So me and the tarot reader, we are a part of the Creative Collective. It's a working name where it's a bunch of us vend together and sell all of our art because
Okay.
some people have mobility issues, some people have disabilities, so that we or not disabilities. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here.
That's
Okay.
okay.
So yeah, we yeah w- yeah. So Creative Collective is a group of us that work together as neurodivergent folks and
Mm,
making vending more accessible
Okay.
right.
for each other and
Love
Right.
that.
supporting each other's art forms. Our dream is to really just build a practice together that celebrates and encourages and inspires people to make more art,
Mm.
which has been cool. But she's also graduating recently uh, as a therapist, and she'll be
Excellent.
starting
Amazing.
that. I believe she has launched her website. I believe.
That's
Amazing.
amazing. I love that. I can't wait to hear more about the Creative Collective or whatever you decide to
Yes,
call
and
it. That's
uh,
beautiful.
we kind of do it now as I sell their prints at markets for no fees whenever I do a market by myself. And it's been really nice to actually have a little bit more diversity on my table because my dream is not just for me to be supplying Earthen Mystics. I want it to be a collection of artists
Mm,
that can express themselves and uh, find a way to make money so that they can pay rent. It's not the starving artist kind of deal.
Right. Yeah.
yes.
I love that.
Yes.
There's definitely power in numbers as well. So coming together as a collective is just a beautiful thing. So that's excellent. Definitely keep us posted on where that project goes. I love it.
We will. It's
Yeah.
been in the works, so it's we're at the stamp. We're having a big general meeting next month, so we'll see where that comes of that.
Excellent.
Amazing. Yeah, and that's one of the intentions that Laura and I set behind the show was really about community over competition, that
Yeah.
it was about all of us lifting each other up, and it's not about the money per se, it's about that community aspect
Yeah.
of that when all of our businesses work together, amazing and magical things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a fellow artist, I might have to submit something for you guys.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. I agree completely. I think that, creatively, but also spiritually and on a divine level, um, coming together in a community environment is just so powerful and so beautiful. And just to echo Tear Joy, what you're saying, like that is the purpose behind the Holistic Harmony show. And we've had many of conversations. So what you're saying is definitely like such a great pairing for this event. So yeah, we're really excited to have you, and it's been so awesome to chat with you this evening and learn all about your business. And we're super excited to see you at the show. So in the meantime, between now and the show, if somebody wants to reach you, what is the best way to do that?
It would either be on my Instagram at Earthen Mystics, or sorry, Earthen.mystics,
Mm-hmm.
or you could reach me by email, but at earthenmysticsinfo@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Awesome. And yeah, when we share the video, we will include those in the description. And when we share clips of this video. So thank you. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure chatting with you today, getting to know a little bit of the behind the scenes of Earthen Mystics and how it all came about. And yeah, keep us posted on this creative collective. And we can't wait to have you at the show on
Can't wait
September
to be at the show.
13th. Yeah, so again, the show is happening September 13th at the LeBrun Center in Bedford. It's in the banquet hall. And the show is happening from 11 to 5 p.m. And we can't wait to see you all at the show.
Yay!
Yes.